What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to Talkin Mets and Rob. How is everybody doing? Before I get started talking about, does David Stearns really want a first-time manager to manage the New York Mets in 2024? Don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you're enjoying my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. All right, guys. So there's been some reports over the last couple of days that if Craig Counsell isn't willing to manage next year or come to the New York Mets, David Stearns is going to go in a direction that I don't necessarily agree with, and that is a first-time manager. Now, a lot of the candidates that we've been hearing are bench coaches, first base coaches, third base coaches, hitting coaches, not a lot of former managers that actually manage teams at the big league club. Now, is that exactly what this team needs? A person that's been a manager for a major league club? Not necessarily. But what David Stearns said in his press conference, that he wants a good relationship, he wants communication, he wants a partnership with the manager. That scares me because that's the way baseball and their direction of what they believe managers are now. It's not just, okay, you're in the dugout, you make the lineup, you make all the decisions, and that's it. That's how baseball used to work. Now, before the game, the lineup is already decided. The matchups for bullpen are usually decided. Everything analytically is decided. And the managers basically don't make a lot of the in-game decisions like they used to. That's what worries me. Because we know David Stearns is very analytical. He wants to have a partnership and a good relationship with the manager, communication-wise, when it comes to the in-game moves, in-game decisions, in-game lineups. That's something that worries me. Now, with this report that there's a possibility that he's going to go with a first-time manager, I'm hoping and praying that the first-time manager is a guy that is at least a bench coach, a guy who is under somebody that is actually running an in-game decisions as a manager. You know, like Joe Espada with Dusty Baker, with Pat Murphy, with Craig Counsell, guys like that. You know, you can give me a couple of first base, third base coaches. That's fine. But to have a guy in the dugout making decisions along with the manager, I think is very important for this New York Mets team. An inexperienced guy, let's say like Carlos Beltran, who's never been in the actual dugout doing any type of coaching, scares me. Even though a lot of Mets fans like Carlos Beltran, doesn't mean he's going to be a good manager. Not saying that Joe Espada or Pat Murphy or anybody else you can name will be a good manager. I just think the in-game, in-dugout experience matters, especially with this New York Mets team. Can't have somebody that's basically on TV, never have experience, but was a former player. Or, you know, I'll even take a guy that's in the minors, that's been coaching a long time, a bench coach, a manager. That's what I want. I need an experienced guy in the dugout. I want our players, our New York Mets players, to trust the guy that is going to lead them into the 2024 season. We can't have any questions with this manager. We've been firing managers left and right every couple of years. There's no stability, and I think a big problem with the no stability at the executive level and the managerial level hurts the team as a whole. Stability needs to be put in place. David Stearns is a start of that stability. You need a manager that is going to be here. We don't need a Buck Showalter that has a 3-year deal, or we need somebody that is going to be here for a while. Somebody that they trust, the players trust, the executive trust, Steve Cohen trust. That's what we need. Experience, experience, experience. Inexperience is the wrong way to go, and I would not be happy if David Stearns goes the inexperienced route. Somebody who has not been in the dugout coaching. That worries me. So, do I want Craig Counsell? Not necessarily. But if he works well with David Stearns, I can't complain about it because relationships do matter. We heard about the Billy Epler, Buck Showalter clashing with the Daniel Vogelback situation, and among other situations that dealt with lineups and bullpens and bringing people up and down through the minors and playing the young kids. You can't have that because that trickles down to the players and in the clubhouse. That's where you cannot go if you're David Stearns. You need somebody that you can trust, even if it's not Craig Counsell or Pat Murphy, who he knows well. Give me a bench coach. Give me somebody that's under a manager. I'll even take a first base, third base coach, somebody that knows the ins and outs of the game. They see the in-game decisions, paying attention, aware of the game in the dugout. I don't want nobody from a broadcast. I don't want nobody from that's not in the dugout. I think that's a bad way to go. We'll see all the candidates that will get interviews with David Stearns as candidates for the manager position. But David Stearns, please listen. Experience matters over inexperience. I think that's very important. Look at all of the teams in the playoffs right now. Experienced coaches. That's important. They were a coach before. If they were a bench coach, first base, third base coach, their experience. You got Bochy, you got Thompson. I mean, you got guys that have been in baseball for a while as bench coaches, as former managers. That stuff matters so much. And, you got Dusty Baker. That is important. That's not a coincidence. Stability is slowly put together with David Stearns at the top now. Under him needs to be stability as well. We need stability at all levels, trickling down to the players. It affects the clubhouse and the players when there's no stability at the top levels of the organization. That's where the Mets have failed over the last number of years. So with that said, guys, let me know, guys. Do you want an experienced guy or an inexperienced guy? Let me know in the comments, guys. Once again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you're enjoying my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button. Once again, guys, let me know in the comments, experience over inexperience, or it does not matter to you. Just get in somebody that he trusts. With that said, guys, thank you for watching. And as always, Met fans, let's go Mets.